Welcome back, everybody. Today we got some exciting news. Fall Guys Creative Mode will be getting a new survival game mode. You all know who's our Fall Guys guy here at TSARP.
It's
It,
Steven.
no, not even a little bit. He's dead again. But Sam is our Fall Guys guy here at TSARP.
Yippee.
You're the Fall Guys guy. That's who you are.
That makes
So,
sense.
all right, you got a lot of stuff apparently coming in this update. I see the whole list here. And this is
hmm
tomorrow, right? That
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
releasing
this
this?
tomorrow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to just run through what they're adding to the game? By the way, if you don't know, most people know what Fall Guys is. We've asked people in the TSARP community, and most of them are pretty big Fall Guys fans, so that's good. But if you don't know, Fall Guys is a game that primarily became popular in like 2020, but then it became free to play in like 2022, right? Or 2023?
Uh,
Um,
tw I think 20. I don't
yeah, I
remember.
forget. But yeah, so it's a fun game. Little beans run around and try not to fall. There you go. All right,
Yeah.
let's run through the updates here, Sam.
All right, I'll go fast. So in the new update, there's gonna be a new a new Rhino projectile which explodes. Which is fun. Hexagon tiles from Hexagon. Um, elimination zones for when you step in them, you die. Um,
That's what happened
individuals
to
start
Steven,
point in.
guys. Steven stepped in an
Yeah,
elimination zone, and now that's why he's
rest in
not here.
peace.
Rest in pieces.
Individual start points in survival rounds, meaning you can start, the maker can choose where they start. Obviously, a survival mode, which everyone has wanted for a while. You can like creative rounds now, which will boost them on the algorithm and show them more.
Algorithm.
Uh, algorithm. Blast
Algorithm.
bars in creative rounds, which is pretty much a timed grenade, and a volcano background, which just adds more ambiance or ambience or whatever.
Ambience. I think it's ambience.
Ambience.
Okay, so I'll give my 2 cents on all this. So my favorite game mode is the hexagon one, where what's it called? Hexa something.
Hexagon.
Hexagon. Wow, that's it. Hexagon. Anyway, those tiles are coming to survival mode. Okay, I'm pretty excited about that just because that's the only game mode I like in this whole game. Um, yeah, so apparently there's also something. Oh, yeah, blast balls. That's like Gimkit. And that's pretty much all I had to say
Whoa,
about this.
Gimkit crossover.
Gimkit crossover. When's that happening? I talked to Josh the other day, and basically, because I wanted a TSARP game, and I've had this idea for a while, and he basically just said they can't because they need some lawyers, and the lawyers like to do it. And I understand that. So yeah, so I was a little bummed with that. But basically that means that they can't do a crossover either because I assume they would need the same stuff and people and lawyers to be able to do that. So no Gimkit Fall Guys crossover, I don't think coming anytime soon. But if there will be, then maybe there will also be a TSARP Gimkit crossover. That's what I would be excited
Whoa.
about. Sam, oh, that's the other thing I was gonna say. You make creative maps, right? Like you got a
I
few out
do
there.
often.
I've never
Yeah,
played yours, Sam. But maybe
I
one
know.
day. I mean, I haven't played Fall Guys in a few months, so. And the only times, I haven't, because the only time I play it is when I'll be like, Sam, how about if you play a round of Fortnite, I'll play a round of with me. I'll play a round of Fall Guys, and
It's a
then
good
that's what
trade
we do. It is a
for
good
like
trade. Fortnite and like Minecraft is one of my top games. Though I've been playing Capture the Flag in Rec Room recently. Do you even know what Rec Room is, Sam? It's like
I do. Yeah,
Roblox for
I
VR.
know. Like,
But it's my favorite. Well, I only play Capture the Flag on Rec Room. I've never there's like thousands, hundreds of thousands of games, and I've only played Capture the Flag, and it's pretty good. Also, you can get Rec Room for
nice.
PC, but no, don't do that. All right, let's play that intro. I forgot to do my intro, though. Okay. Hello and welcome to today's episode of TSARP. I'm your host, Andrew. And today, our co host is Sam.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi, I'm here.
Let's crack.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't. Like, the intro's good, but, like, hello and welcome is like, I already said hello. The reason we're doing that is just because, like, when you don't watch these episodes live, people don't feel like sitting through the intro. So that's why I jump right into it now. I don't know. You know, we're always testing something out. All right. Let's get to that tech fun fact. 18 years ago
We have
today.
two.
Ooh, awesome. This is Roblox. I was just saying Roblox. 18 years ago today, Roblox created its own Roblox account. How, like, were they the first account? Or, like,
I think I don't.
maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. Roblox is a public stock. Oh, wait, don't walk away. That's all the stock news I got for you. I was just going to say they're a public company, meaning you can buy shares of Roblox. I don't have any. I think Steven does, though. All right, so
Yeah,
that's all the stock news. I know if I say any more, people will click off. On this day in 1998, Apple discontinued the Newton line of products. I always say it like Newton.
Newton.
Just 5 years after the first model was introduced in 1997. Did they call it the Newton because, you know, like an apple fell on his
Isaac.
head and it was Apple?
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy. I'm so
That's crazy.
smart for thinking of that. Yeah, what were these? Were they computers? What were they? Newton, Apple.
Lines of things.
Yeah, well, I got that. But they were like they were like, they called them personal digital assistants. They're like
That
a
just
bad
rolls
cell
off the tongue.
phone. What is this? I gotta show you guys a picture of this. This is crazy. Wait, hold on. Okay, here you go. This is strange. That's what it is. It's like a bad cell phone that has like apps, but you can only use that stylus, I think. And it totally failed. That's why they discontinued it just after 5 years. That's horrible. Yeah. Oh, I don't even want to think about it. Yep. So that's
What
it.
did Apple do to you?
I don't know. That's just. Imagine like that huge hunk of junk. There you go. That's what I'll call it. Okay,
Wow.
so anyway. More Apple news. We have the speedrun topics today. Apple is concealing. Oh, no, that's not it. Cancel. There's too many L's in cancel. No, that's the right amount of L's. Anyway,
right.
Apple is canceling its longest running project to build an autonomous electric car. Okay, that's crazy because if you didn't know, Steven loves this, by the way. Yeah, Apple's been working on an actual like Apple car for a while now, and I've been very excited. I've been waiting. They even had like one engineer. It was good enough that an engineer was like leaking what Apple was doing to like other companies. We talked about that a while ago. But apparently they're canceling it, which is very sad news. Like I was kind of excited for this. And they were like working, I forget with what car company Apple was working with. It wasn't like Volvo. Maybe it was Volkswagen. Maybe. I'm not sure though. But that would have been so cool. Imagine that. All right. TikTok loses even more songs after its dispute with Universal Music Group. If you didn't know, TikTok is mainly known for playing audio with things, right?
Dances.
Like dances, really. But like there's always a little audio track in the bottom, and people will play like, you know, a song down there, like if they're dancing or just like background music or whatever. That's kind of one of the things TikTok's known for. But this huge company, Universal Music Group, I don't think they have any relation to Universal, the
I don't think they do.
other company, you know, the movie company. I don't think they do. But anyway, they have a lot of music, like a lot of music. I think like Taylor Swift's under them, or they're just a huge label. I'm not sure exactly who is a part of them. I'm not a big music person. I'm a nerd, and when I do nerd things, it's mainly lo-fi. So that's why I don't know too much about the music industry. But basically, I do know a lot about TikTok and social media, and this is really bad for TikTok that this is happening, because now you can't play the same songs on TikTok as you used to. And if you do play them, you get like copyright, and that's not good either. So Hopefully this gets resolved. Maybe they'll come to an agreement where they can keep the music on TikTok. But yeah, Universal Media Group just keeps pulling those, like asking for those TikToks to be taken off when they use their music. So not good. All right. If you didn't know, WMC stands for Mobile World Congress, and MWC 2024 started yesterday. What's a Mobile World Congress? By the way, Sam writes most of these topics, so sometimes I have no idea what we're getting into. Mobile World Congress? Do you know anything
So
about
it's
this?
like an event kind of.
Well, I could get that. All right. Yeah, apparently. Oh, in Barcelona, my
Well,
sister was just in Barcelona. Wouldn't that be crazy
yeah.
if she was there and then, like, they were doing
Whoa.
that? Whoa, no.
What if
She's
they were
gone now.
live
She's
streaming and
back
she
again.
said hi to you?
Yeah, what if she just walked in, like, where am I? Oh. Would be like, you're a part of Congress? And she would be like, nah, different Congress. All right. Yeah, I really have no I like sometimes like I'll be able to pull up
It's
stuff
like
quick and like
it's like a technology event.
yeah, it's just like
Um,
the Spanish technology event. That
what
should have
was
been
the
a trivia
thing in the
question.
beginning of the year? I forgot what it's called.
CES. Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of
I'm
like
pretty sure it's like that.
CES. Um,
Yeah.
Sam's the type of guy to where he can't like I'll always say SNP and he'll be like SMMP. He probably
Okay.
so like I
Okay.
was like I can't say CES too fast or he'll be like CW5XY. It's probably like that. And
Twitter.
I'll be like no. Yeah, Twitter, W, X, Y, and Z. Oh, by the way, we have an interview later up today, but we're not there yet. We got more topics to get to. All right, Warner Brothers, Discovery has Oh God, this is bad for me. Oh God, I hold some Paramount shares. That's why I'm kind of scared about this.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Warner
I'm
Brothers
sorry.
Bros. Wait, why did I say Warner Brothers Bros? Warner Brothers Discovery
You got this.
has stopped pursuing an acquisition of Paramount. Yeah, I hold some Paramount shares. Not financial advice. I really gotta start putting that in there now that like we're getting larger and I don't want to be sued. But yeah, that's kind of scary because like you know, now Paramount ain't gonna be bought. I don't want to get into the stock stuff because you people will hate it. Basically, two big movie companies, they were gonna become one, but now they're not, which is weird. You know what happened a lot? Oh, the Super Bowl was on CBS, which is a Paramount company, just trying to give examples. The Barbie
Is it?
movie, which came out recently, was, I believe, a Warner Brothers Discovery movie. That both of those then, boop, we're gonna merge, but not anymore. There you go. Crazy.
Wow.
All right.
It's very sad.
Yeah, I know. Fortnite added more Lego Fortnite games, a multiplayer game called Lego Raft Survival, and an obstacle course game called Lego Obby Fun. I have said many times I haven't been playing Fortnite recently. Have you, Sam?
No, I don't anymore.
Yeah, next season I'll play. But I know a lot of people like Lego Fortnite, like a lot of people. So it's awesome that they're adding these new games. Like it started with the survival one, where like, or like just the main one, where like it's
The
Minecraft
Minecraft one.
one.
I said.
But yeah, but now there's two new ones. Maybe we should play it. Maybe we should jump back on, but I'm not sure. Maybe. If people start saying it's good, then I'll play. What if we just did like a massive, like maybe like we set up an event where like we just play Fortnite with you? No, I can't say that because people would want
That's
it,
not.
and we're not gonna do that. I can't even get their hopes up. It's horrible. All right, that about does it for our speedrun topics. But the episode's not even close to over because we got an interview now with a Scratch developer who has been doing Scratch for about 5 years. They couldn't figure it out. I don't know. That's what they said, 4 to 5 years. And they're learning a lot of other new languages too. They're in our Discord server, if you didn't know. And yeah, so pretty exciting. We're gonna ask. They're learning Gdau. I'm probably saying that horribly wrong.
Gdau.
Gdau? Is it Gdau? Yeah.
Yes.
Gdau, and I know
Yes, it
nothing.
is.
Shut up, Sam. I know nothing about Gdau. And I know it's like a game engine, so I'm kind of interested in learning about it. So I'm excited. All right, everyone. Here we go. I gotta unmute them. I had them muted. All right. How are you doing? By the way, their
Hello,
icon
hello.
won't be on the stream. You'll just be able to hear them because I forgot to do prep. So, you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, hello. It's pronounced Gdau. My name's Scribble. I have been a Scratch developer for 5 or so years, learning Python and Lua and starting to get into C++. I have used Godot I wouldn't say often. I'd say maybe once or twice, but I've made a few projects
Oh,
and I've just been getting into game dev and software dev in general.
it's awesome. Yeah, he had to throw the Godot in there again. Yeah. So, all right, let's start with that. So, what's your most popular Scratch game? Just to get a feel. Maybe we'll play it as we're talking to you.
Well, I don't think I ever really got into advertisement of anything that I made, so I'd say maybe it was a speed painting of a line drawing that was a remix of another project. It got about 12 views. It was on my
Oh,
alt account that I deleted a while ago, so I don't think it's still on the website though.
oh, all right. Well, that sounds pretty cool. We
It
also
does.
you are a Linux user. I'm gonna throw out a little
Yeah.
story here. This is bad. I've killed my computer at least 3 times now from attempting to use Linux. Okay, you're gonna say any Linux user is gonna think I mean like I did something stupid in the terminal and I just blew up my computer. No, okay. The reason is every time I don't know how, I always end up just clearing in the installation of Linux. I try to dual boot, okay, and it works for a while, but then somehow along the process, I end up like clearing my drive, and like my Windows drive, and then all my Windows files are gone, and it's horrible. This has happened like 3 times, and I just won't attempt Linux anymore.
Windows Windows doesn't like dual booting. I'll
No,
just start off with that.
yeah,
It is very anti-dual boot, so
yeah. If you guys don't know, because some of you guys aren't like real hardcore technical people, though you like technology. Linux is just another operating system. Their mascot's the penguin. That if I say that, most people then
well,
know what I'm talking about, which is the crazy thing. Also, let me say,
technically that is
yeah, I was just gonna say Linux itself isn't an operating system. It's like a I'll simplify it. It's like a group of operating systems. I'll simplify it that way. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah. Technically the mascot isn't just a penguin, it's everything and beyond. Uh, the Linux is built off of Unix, and it basically controls the kernel. Linux is the kernel of the system, and to explain that simply, it's the middleman between what you do on your computer and what your hardware receives. I don't think I want to get too technical with it
Yeah, that's
because we might
pretty
lose
good
some
way
viewers.
of saying it. But yeah, so basically, Linux is not for me. Um, but I mean, I like using it. I used it a lot. I for some reason always come back to doing it. But I used it. I was trying to set up like a home server for like storing files, and that worked out. I got that up and running. But then I killed that computer, and then that was over.
That's
But
nice.
yeah, so how do you use Linux? Do you like do you just use like a virtual box? Is it the only operating system you have? Do you try to dual boot? What do you do?
I basically ditched Windows after I learned about some maybe shady privacy practices
Mm.
and said full on screw it. My computer has no Windows operating system. I'm not running on a virtual machine. It is running natively on Linux currently. If you're wondering, the distribution that I'm using is Kubuntu, which is based off of the Ubuntu version of Linux.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I can't. Wish I could switch. I'm not even attempting it. When I use Linux, it was really Ubuntu, and I'm trying to think of what's the other. Oh, Kali. When I was getting into white hat hacking, I was
Oh,
horrible at it.
Kali.
I was really bad at it.
I
At least you
I've
tried.
actually been interested in InfoSec for a while.
Mm. Yeah. And now if you want to like get a taste of Linux, you can. There's now things for your computer. Well, not things for your like. There's Microsoft in the Microsoft Store. You can now get like the Linux terminals. You like there's a Kali Linux app. There's a I forget what other ones. I think I actually
I
have the Kali one installed, but
I think I know what you're talking about. You can also
yeah.
run the command WSL in your command line dash dash install dash D space and
Mhm.
then whatever Linux distribution, usually Ubuntu or Kali. Last time I tried using Kali with that system though, it didn't quite work out correctly, so
Gotcha.
I
Yeah,
don't know what's going on with that.
like you gotta if I were to use Linux, it would be like the ones that are most similar to Windows, just so it wouldn't be like too crazy for me to
Yeah,
like
like
switch
me.
over. So that's why I kind of don't like see the appeal of like the just having like the Kali or any other distribution like 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 terminal on your computer though you're running Windows, because that's not what I would mostly be using anyway. But yeah, so it's very interesting. I know some of you don't care at all about Linux, but some might be a little
I didn't
interested.
understand any of this.
Yeah, I knew you weren't gonna. That's why I was like, I know Sam wouldn't understand it, meaning most of our viewers wouldn't, so we should probably move on to the next stuff. But all right, so this is interesting. So you know Python and Lua. I know both Python
Yeah.
and Lua. Sam, actually, now you do now know both Python and Lua. Um, you
Yes,
you say you know Lua, but I've always wanted to put that to the test because I don't
that's
really
not.
believe it. But yeah, I was like, I don't really believe it,
I
though you say a lot.
barely
You do.
do.
You say yeah.
I
So
really don't remember it.
is your Lua knowledge from just like the language itself, or like Roblox? That was to scribble, by the way. I was like, yeah, I was like, I should probably direct that
Oh, on
question.
myself. So, I think I learned it first from a Steam game called Retro Gadgets, where you can build your own little machines and code them to do whatever you want. I actually never got into Roblox development since, Roblox physically can't run on Linux without Wine,
Oh
so
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't really feel like setting that up
yeah. I gotcha.
currently.
Um, yeah, so Lua, if you didn't know, is a language used for many things. It's used a lot in game development, but primarily what it's really known for, though it can do a lot of other things, is being used to make Roblox games, which is where I learned it and where Sam learned it too. So all right, so you know a lot of things. I guess we'll have to go into the Godot now, though
Mhm.
though now I'm still kind of sour from not being able to pronounce it. But all right, so Godot, I was right. It's kind of, I'm just gonna relate it to things I know. It's like Unity, right? It's like
Yeah, I would
it's a
say
game
it's
engine,
similar
right?
to it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, I know, because I know I was trying to get it. I was swapping around, right? If you didn't know, Unity is made actually to make Fall Guys too. They use Unity to make Fall
Yay.
Guys. But if you really want to make a game, a large game, and you don't want it to be, if you're not too hardcore, or if you're not extremely hardcore, and just make it straight in C++, which is for the insane, you'll most likely use a game engine. Uh, it's like a step up when you graduate from scratch. You go to a game engine normally, and Godot is one of those. I've never used it, but I have heard very good things. Just have you used any others, or is Godot like the one for you?
I have tried out Unity, but I think the fact that it uses the C sharp to
Mm,
write the code is a bit discouraging for me since it's a bit of more complicated language than something like Python or Lua.
gotcha.
Uh, Whereas Godot uses GD script, which is basically Python with a little flavor from TypeScript.
All right.
As
Yeah.
for as for Godot's main users, I think a lot of people are moving from Unity to Godot because of Unity's recent situation with the pricing.
Yeah, we had talked about that a while ago. But that
There's like
now
a few months.
Yeah, then now they're charging developers like for how many users play your game after a certain point. And some developers like don't even monetize their games, like they just put them out there for fun, and for people to enjoy them, and then now they're paying. And even though they're not making money, it's crazy. So a lot of people are switching over because of that, mainly. And companies that did make games that's really cutting into their profit margins and hurting them and for making more games, just because it's a lot harder when you have more money going towards other places. But all right, maybe I'll get into making games again. The game we played the other day, which I couldn't actually show on
Oh
screen.
God.
Okay, we're not going into it. My awesome game, Cosmic Altitude, that is on the Google Play Store. I made it in Unity. That game's not a good show of Unity at all, because Unity made both Fall Guys and that horrible contraption that I made years ago. So game engines are very, very powerful. All right, so is there any things you're learning now or things you want to learn in the future that you haven't even started yet?
I think C++ is the biggest one, since basically everything runs on C++ in the modern day. If you go to the average GitHub repository, there's a little section where you can see where most of the languages that are in the code in the repository, you can see that 98% of it is usually C++. Unity was built on C++ too. It's just an overall diverse language.
Yeah, it's very powerful. It's very, I forget what they call it. Like Python, I guess, like a bad way of saying it. I don't like this term, and I might even be using it wrong, but like Python's a very high level language, which means it's just easier to understand.
Yes.
In a way.
High level and low level basically dictate how close to machine code the code is running. Like a low level language might have to worry about managing memory and
Exactly. Yeah.
sectioning off parts of the whatever to run your application, while high level programming languages usually do that for you.
Yeah, and like I don't like calling them that because it's almost opposite, but it's not, because you can tweak the languages. But low level languages normally are a lot more powerful because they have so many things you could do in them, because they're almost more open, but since they're so much closer to machine code. So like that's just basically an explanation. C++ is a lot harder than Python. It's one of the hardest language before you get to other, like there's harder, but like unless you're writing an assembly, like a crazy.
Unless you're writing in ones and zeros.
Yeah, unless you're literally writing the binary or you're in assembly, which only an insane person does. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. Did you?
The main two differences between Python and C++ are probably the fact that it's statically typed, not dynamically typed, and also the fact that it's compiled and not interpreted.
I was actually something about compiled and interpreting was on Gdau today on CodeLI. I was reading. Someone was asking about the C++ editor on Gdau, and Mentor Bo went completely into how it works, and it was very interesting, and some of the differences of a compiled language and an interpreted language, and the advantages. Basically, compiled languages run faster. Interpreted languages run slower, but there's advantages to both, and Python's an interpreted language and one of the slowest languages, or one of the slowest major languages, and C++ is a very fast language once compiled. So yeah, all right, all very interesting. Do you have anything you want to say before we sign off for today?
I can't think of anything specific, no.
All right, anything you want to shout
Goodbye and
out?
good night.
Any social media you want to shout out, or?
I guess I'm just Scribble on everything.
All right.
My Twitch is Scribble Twitch. I'm going to start there eventually, probably not in a few years though.
All right.
My Scratch is Scribble Scratch, if you want to check that out.
And he's in the Discord
that's it.
server, in the TSARP Discord server, which is in the description. So if you ever join if you ever have a question for him about Gdau or any other of the languages he knows, he's in the Discord server if you want to talk to him. So, all right, thank you all for watching. Thank you, Scribble, for joining us, and we will see you all
Thank you.
in the next episode tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.